Hello, and welcome back to the EJ Ward FuelView training series. In this video, we're going to be going over how to add and change departments. To start out, we need to drop down the Asset Management folder and click on Departments. Now, for most customers, a department is just going to be what it really says, and that's a department inside of the company, but a department can really be anything that we can put things like assets into, like employees, vehicles, gas cans, things like that. So you can make a department whatever you'd like. There's not too much information to put inside of a department, but it is needed to set up the other things that we're going to be setting up in the asset management. So for here, if we want to add a record, we're just going to go ahead and click on the Add Record button here. Once the blank record shows up, we're going to go ahead and start typing in information. Now with a department, we only need two things, and that's a department and a code. The code acts just like anything else that we have inside of FuelView that's named code, and it's really just a reference for you. So you can put it as an abbreviation. You could put a department actual number if you want to, like an HR number or something with it. It's whatever you want it to be, but we do have to have those two things in there to be able to make a department. So I'm going to go ahead and add those two things now. You can also put a district in there if you want to. If the department has a physical address, let's say that you have an engineering department that's a completely separate building from the main building, you can put that address in there. You can also put a department manager. So you can drop this down and it's going to go through the employees list inside of the asset management, and you can pick from that employee list on which employee is the manager for that department. Since we haven't gotten to that section yet, I haven't added my employees, so we're just going to go ahead and leave it blank. You can always come back and change it, and we'll show you how to do that in just a second. You can put their phone number, their fax number, an email for the department if you want to put that in there. And then we have a parent department underneath that. So this is if you want to create a child-parent relationship. Let's say training would be the parent department, and then I wanted a West Coast training is a child department. I would make this one, then I would make the West Coast training as a second department, and then drop this down and select the training department to set up that child-parent relationship. Below that, we have our department status. All that is the active checkbox. So if we click on that and uncheck it, it's going to put the date deactivated in there. But since this is a brand new record, we want it active. We're going to go ahead and click on that. And then we have a comments below, so you can put any type of comments that you want, just so that you can know what's going on with this department. This is fairly useful if you're deactivating a department. You could put why you deactivated that department in here before you save it. And then at the very bottom, we have our save button. So we're going to go ahead and click on save. And once it's saved, we're going to go ahead and close out of this record, and then we can search for it here. And here's our department. Anytime I want to change a department or change anything with a department, I can just click on that department link there, and then I can change all the information that I want to and hit save. The other thing that you'll notice is on the left-hand side, you also have a sub-menu now. I can see all of the transactions with this department. I can see all the employees that are tied to this department, all the vehicles that are tied to this department. If I have any child departments, I can see those as sub-departments. And then I can see an audit trail. So all of the fields that have been changed inside of this department, I can see who did it, where they did it from, when they did it, and just kind of get a view of what's happened with this record over time. So since I'm not going to change anything, we're just going to go ahead and close this. And that concludes the video on how to add and change departments. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.